All right, let's get right into it. We're going to break down one of modern music's most famously contradictory songs, Father Stretch My Hands. You know, it's one of those tracks that feels like a dozen different songs all crashing into each other. But I promise you, underneath all that chaos, there's a really clear, really powerful story about a very human struggle. And the key to unlocking the whole thing? It's all in one single line.
Yeah, this line. This is the key to the whole thing. It's like the anchor in a total storm. In the middle of all that noise, this one simple desire is the emotional core of the entire track. Everything, from the soaring gospel choir to those shocking confessions, is all pointing back to this feeling. But, you know, a line like that, it just begs the question, right?
Liberated from what exactly? The song is smart, though. It doesn't just hand you the answer on a silver platter. Nope. It kind of makes you feel the prison walls closing in before it even hints at the escape. So to really get it, we've got to take it apart piece by chaotic piece and see what's really going on under the hood.
All right, so where does a song this wild even start? Well, funnily enough, it starts in a place that feels really peaceful, almost like a church. Before any of the madness, you get this sound that's way more modern gospel hymn than it is hip-hop, and it sets a very specific, very spiritual tone. And I mean, the lyrics don't mess around. It's not subtle at all. This is a straight-up prayer. He's literally talking to a father, a higher power, calling it the only power. It's super sincere, kind of vulnerable even. And it totally sets us up as listeners to think we know exactly where this song is going.
So the stage is set, right? We're all thinking, okay, I get it. This is a spiritual journey. It's about seeking guidance, finding strength through faith. And that beautiful sample that's looping in the background, it just drills home that feeling of a fresh start, you know? A beautiful morning, a moment of pure hope. And it all builds up to this one final image. I stretch my hands. I mean, that's a physical act of surrender, isn't it? You're reaching up for something bigger than yourself. It's this powerful, powerful moment of faith. And right there, at the absolute peak of that sacred feeling, boom, the floor completely drops out from under us.
And that right there, that's the whole magic trick of the song. It's all about whiplash. It yanks you from the cathedral straight into the gutter with absolutely zero warning. It's meant to feel like a car crash.
And yeah, there it is. That lyric, the one that basically broke the internet. It spawned a million memes, started a million arguments. It's so crude, so out of left field, and honestly, kind of funny in how absurd it is. It feels like it was beamed in from another planet compared to what we were just listening to.
So you've got to be asking, what on earth was that, right? Like, is that just there to shock people? And the answer is, not really. This isn't an accident. That insane, jarring change, that's the whole point. It's literally the sound of a war going on inside someone's head.
And this really breaks it down perfectly, doesn't it? You've got these two extremes. On one side, total peace and spirituality, that beautiful morning vibe. And on the other, well, the messy, ridiculous, very carnal reality of things. And the song's genius is that it's not saying it's one or the other. No, it's about the battle between the two, raging inside one person. But it's not just about those two big opposing forces. The song is way more complex. Think of all the other lyrics in the song as, like shrapnel. They're the little pieces that fly off from that main collision, the scattered thoughts swirling around this central conflict. Just look at these fragments. They seem all over the place, but they're not random. You get these moments of genuine romance. Then, bam, a flash of regret, an apology. Then there's this sharp awareness of what everybody else thinks. And then, this feeling of just wanting to shut down, you know? I don't even want to talk about it. Each one is a different snapshot of a mind under a whole lot of pressure. So when you put all of that together, what you really get is a portrait of a modern mind. It's not a neat little story with a beginning, middle, and end. It's a stream of thought. And let's be honest, it's kind of how all of our brains work, isn't it? Jumping from a noble idea to a selfish one, from love to anxiety, all in the span of just a few seconds.
Okay, so this brings us full circle. We've seen the prayer, we've seen the shocking confession, and we've seen all the mental fragments floating in between. Now we can finally put all those pieces together and answer that very first question.
And we're right back where we started. But hearing this line now, after everything we've just been through with this song, it just hits differently, doesn't it? It's not some abstract wish anymore. We know exactly what he wants to be liberated from. He wants to be free from the whiplash.
And this is the song's true definition of liberation. It's not about being freed from some external force. It's the deep desire to be free from your own internal contradictions, that war between the person you want to be and the person you sometimes are.
So ultimately, the chaos of the song is the point. It isn't a bug, it's the feature. It's a perfect sonic representation of a messy, conflicted human mind. And that desire to be liberated is the deeply relatable human core that makes this chaotic song resonate with so many people. It's not just a song, it's a diagnosis.
And then, for the final move, he just turns the question back on all of us. He lays all of his own contradictions bare, and then asks, who else feels this way? It's a killer final question, because it forces us to recognize that same war between the sacred and the profane that exists inside all of us. And that connection is what turns a chaotic track into a timeless piece of art.